Recently, my confidence has been coming from the Bible. Like one of the things that give me confidence, especially in my body, in my ability, is that God created us in His image. But not only did He create us in His image, He also gave us some of His attributes, such as creativity, such as kindness, such as love. Some people, their gift in life is just how kind they are, and that kindness comes from the Lord. So, like, it reminded me when, like, I believe it was Moses when God appeared to him as a pillar of fire on that tree. And Moses asked him, at that time, Moses didn't know also his purpose exactly. He was sort of trying to run away from it. But he asked the Lord, like, who are you? And the Lord said, I am. There is so much power in I am. That's why we also need to be careful when we're referring to ourselves with the I ams. He said, I am because He is. There is nothing, you can't take anything away from God. You can't rip God. You can't, he's not, you can't take it away from Him. You can't take the godliness, the creatorness away from God. And so, like, if we're going to live lives by examples and lead lives like, following that we are created in His image and that God really, I mean, it's incredible the brain that God gave us, right? Therefore, as we read the Bible and as we get closer to God, I have found that the more confident I become, because now I'm starting to adopt the language, the mannerism, and the tone God used when He was talking about Himself. And once He says, I am, there is certainty, there is sureness, there is unshakable self belief. So, if there is one thing today that you're struggling with, and you are struggling to sort of find that confidence, especially as a believer in Christ and a believer in God in general, not just Christ, whatever religion you have, just remember that you are serving a God that created you in His image, that instilled in you His qualities. He has confidence in you. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you question yourself, every time you see and find imperfections within self and condemn yourself and condemn them to you, every time you dwell on them, you are hindering yourself from reaching that next level. You're hindering yourself from reaching your promised land. Example, when the Israelites, the journey of the Israelites was supposed to only take 10 days. When they felt a stillness and they were not moving past the Red Sea, instead of being faithful and confident in God, they started questioning. And because of their questioning and diverting from actually focusing on what God desires for them and praising the Lord, they started building statues, some other idols to praise. Hence why their journey to the promised land took 40 years. It was not supposed to. So every time you divert and you divert your energy to the negative, you focus, you feel like, oh, you question God. I used to do this a lot, like question God, like, why did you make me fat? Why did you do this to me? Like, why would you make me be the obvious, unlikable figure? Why would you make me not be like other kids? What did I do so wrong that you punished me by being fat? I used to have that conversation with God. But one night, I just came across the verse. At that time, I wasn't reading the Bible as often, and I came across a verse where the Lord said that one, He has plans for your life, plans not to harm you, but to prosper you. So, like, which meant that God knew exactly what He was doing when He put me in this body. God knew exactly what He was doing when He put me through the dark valleys that He put me through. That's part of my journey. I need to find exactly what God is trying to say to me. And then I also then read a verse that said, God is love. When you have love within yourself, you have God within yourself. That for me was something that completely started to change my mindset and the way that I look at God and the way that I look at my relationship with God, especially my relationship with my body. My relationship, and the things like that will completely change and derail even how you treat your body. You will suddenly not just eat anything that you knowingly know it causes harm, because it's almost similar to one of the commandments that Jesus says that the bigger sinner is the sinner who sins knowing full well that he is committing a sin, but they do it anyway. They are worse than somebody who commits a sin unbeknownst to the fact that they are committing a sin. So you then not treating your body well, not moving your body, not appreciating your body, not showing gratitude towards your body, not showing gratitude towards the current place that you're in life. You are like a rare, unique piece of art. And every time you speak ill of yourself, every time you said I am and follow that with a negative, every time you treat your body badly, you put things in your body that shouldn't be in your body, you eat things that you shouldn't be eating because they are not nurturing and caring to your body. Every time you do that, just remember, you are disrespecting the Lord's word. That's how I look at it anyway. Hey, the Bible and all of that, you can interpret it how you like. This is how I look at it, and that's one of the things that motivated me to look after myself, to dress myself well, to move my body, go to the gym. I found that self-love and confidence in life and in my body and in my abilities through the Bible and Bible through God. Every single time I pick up my Bible, the Lord just says things like, so yeah, if you have any doubt in life, we are of a fragile mind and we are in the world where the influences can be heavy. Sometimes you can lose your way, you can lose your path. And also, as it was said in the New Testament, you don't have to be perfect. The Lord will search your heart, cleanse your heart of the hate, but first cleanse the hate towards yourself. Remove the hate towards yourself first and continue. Because if you love God and you hate yourself, that is quite hypocritical, because God created you in his image. God God instilled in you talents, abilities, and creativity, and his essence. God gave his breath to you. So why hate yourself and say you love God? So instead, pray to God to help you love yourself, to give you the clarity and to give you the love and make you discover that love. Pray to God that you become one with him and you also appreciate his body of art, which is you. Anyway, I could talk about this all day, but thank you for listening to my little chat.